Today again, we are on the subject of generational gyrations. Yesterday we considered how boomers made the world, and then Xennials, Millennials, and Gen Zs, and now Alpha Gen will take over and do well with what the fathers have done. So fathers support and help them to get on with their generational needs. But here is an unfailing instruction for generational connect rather than disconnect, synergy and energy to do together. He established a testimony. So there's a testimony, he established a law. I'm reading from Psalm 78, which anybody can take to heart and put into practice in your family line, in your profession, corporate, governance, wherever. It's for generations to work together. So there's a testimony, how it was done, how it should be done, a law that says do's and don'ts, and then these fathers hand it over or teach their children by example, role modeling, that the generation to come, that's the third generation, might know even the children yet to be born, that's the fourth generation. So the scriptures are so wise, looking into 4 generations. So look through the generations that came out of the Second World War. As soon after the Second World War, they became the boomers. Then came the next generation. Then came the millennials. Before them came the Xennials, who connected millennials with the fathers. Xennials understood the fathers, their rigid ways, but also made way for innovation and change for millennials to come through. So this is why we need generational reconnect and not disconnect. That the generation to come might know, even the children yet to be born, they may arise and tell them to their children. So how far Scripture envisage humanity must look. God sustains this world ecologically with resources so that another generation may have a chance. If we murder the next generation as abortion does, then why should the world go on, is how God will think. So at present, live births are less than abortions. This is a terrible situation. People are killing children. And there's so much of opposition to killing, let's say, whales or some other species near extinction, but children are killed every day. That the generation to come might know, even the children yet to be born, arise and tell them to their children. Put their confidence in God. Do not forget the works of God. Keep commandments. That's the way to go forward. The way not to go forward but get retrograde is, don't be like those who are stubborn and a rebellious generation that did not prepare their heart and whose spirit was not faithful to God. If we are not faithful, loyal, accepting that God gave us everything, in all our human relationships we will be unfaithful. So it's a qualification and necessary quality, character, that our spirit would know faithfulness as we keep our relationship with God. If not, what will happen is we will turn back when battles come, challenges come. This has said so many times now. We will not keep covenant. We will refuse to walk in that which is good, right, and the law. They forgot his deeds. And then God's miraculous help, gracious help will move out, and we will do things by might, being right, struggle for existence, survival of the fittest. We will go the way of what we believe, if we believe Darwin. So it's a choice we have to teach our children. And I want to suggest to you that you read, please, some of my publications. I've written one on wisdom and wonder, one on the first 10 chapters of Genesis called Light, Life, and Love. The formative principles that God put into his creation, his design in society, in life and family. Please do read. I am Dr. Lalit Mendis, and if you need any of these clips, please send a WhatsApp to on spirituality, reason and science. WhatsApp to +94 74 211 5011. You can also download my app, Golden Nuggets, from Google Store or App Store or Google. Thank you for listening.